UK actor, singer, songwriter hailing from the East End of London with a career that even he says was an accident. From architecture to the West End, via the jungle, my next guest is a king. Yes, a Lion King, about to take his throne with his brand new album. Please welcome the Laurence Olivier nominated and soul sensation, Shaun Escoffery.
Wicked.
How are you?
I am really
a round of
good.
applause was
Oh
kind of
man,
needed then.
that was really cool.
That was you.
I was like king. I was like, whoa.
Well, can we start there? Because that is, The Lion King is my favourite Disney movie. Learning the songs, growing up and playing the piano, learning the songs. What is it like to play Mufasa?
Oh gosh, I'll tell you from the beginning, it was quite daunting, really. Because it's a long-running show, and some great actors have played the part prior to me. So, so it was huge. It's like hitting the ground running.
Yes.
So basically, it was like rabbit in the headlights. Really, when I first started, I was like, oh my goodness. And I think I was one of the youngest Mufasas to play.
Wow.
Ever. So. Yeah, so, it was kind of some big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
But, God, I love it. I do love doing the part. I love playing the part. And like you said, it's this whole kind of stoic, regal character. He's a warrior. Yeah. He's a father. He's a husband. He's a king. Yeah, it's great.
And I had to ask, because I love your soulful voice. And, I've read quotes of caramel just flowing from your lips, which is so true when you hear him sing. But Mufasa is Mufasa.
Yes.
Do you have to go low?
I try to, because Earl Jones played the part, in the cartoon, in the animation. So it's like that whole thing of Scar,
there it is.
Release him, and I'm like, sometime after that,
honey and lemon.
Literally. But so I kind of try and put a little bit of gravitas into the voice just to kind of make it a touch more heavier.
Amazing. I'm honoured to be sitting in front of Mufasa. And you played him for 8 years.
Yes, I have, yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah, long time.
So he is you. You are him.
Damn right.
And I have to ask you this question. I am a bit of a Disney phobe. Do you know about the next generation? Have you heard about this? I have a daughter. She's 2.5.
Right.
She loves Disney, and it's called The Lion Guard. So Scar obviously has now passed, Mufasa has passed, but Simba is now the king.
Oh, right.
And his son looks after the Lion Guard, but Mufasa, is the advisor to the new Lion Guard. It's amazing. So do check it out.
Yeah, I will do.
Your character is living on to the next generation.
Good. I'm very good. Very protective over Mufasa.
Yes.
Someone better do it good.
He is still live and kicking on
Fantastic.
Disney, which is great.
Yeah, I didn't know.
But speaking about musicals, where it started, you shared the stage with Chaka Khan.
That's right, yes.
What was that like?
Oh, gosh. I mean, right from the beginning, it was, I think it was like an open audition in the newspaper.
Yes.
And I think it was my mum that said, Shaun, you should go for this. I was like, Mum, I don't want to go and do musical for the theatre, that kind of thing. And she goes, well, Chaka Khan's in. I was like, oh.
I might have to turn up.
That's a real incentive. So anyway, because my obviously my mind was always, getting to the music and, getting to the whole kind of music industry, whatever. But so I auditioned for the show. I got the part, and I tell you what, working with her, man, it was just absolutely wonderful.
Wow.
I mean, you learned something new from her every single day. I mean, there was right at the end of the show, she'd do this kind of ad-libby thing with the main character.
Yes.
And they'd kind of do these kind of jazz gospel-y kind of face-off, vocal thing. And I tell you, every night she'd do something different. Every single night, and screaming up with these notes. And I remember asking her, I was like, Chaka, how do you do that, man? I mean, how do your voice stay in, in trim? And you've been singing for how long? And how do you do that? And she basically just said to me, Shaun, 8 hours sleep and plenty of water.
Look at that.
Simple as that.
And she is a very clean liver, clean eater, isn't she?
Yeah, she is.
Wow. Well, that's all we need.
Yeah, it was wicked.
We have hope.
Yeah, tell me. Chaka Khan, though, mate. One of the highlights of my career.
Amazing. And so I guess being on the stage with Chaka Khan, being able to see that you could be a solo artist as well as in musicals, was that an inspiration for you?
Yes, it was. I mean, it's little things that she used to say as well. She afterwards, I kind of had this like solo part in the show. Yeah. And she goes, Shaun, you can sing. You can really sing, So she, so every so often she kind of, kept doing little, and I was like, okay,
I can take it out of here.
You start to believe it, and I suppose at a young age you kind of have these kind of lofty ambitions anyway.
Yes.
But I kind of believe. I mean, coming from a legend like herself.
Sure.
So I started to kind of believe it and just started to pursue it as a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was enjoying what I was doing. So I was just kind of just seeing where it was taking me,
Good.
you know, and just enjoying the ride really,
That's
as I'm still doing, to be honest with you.
As we're still doing. Well, this is it. 5 albums later.
Tell me, when you say it like that.
We are now at the release of Evergreen,
Yes.
which is the album. What is Evergreen?
Literally just means, you know, listening to music, you know, to the end of time kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the reason why kind of that title inspired me is because, you know, Marvin Gaye's and the Stevie Wonders and Donny Hathaways, I'm still listening to them. You know, I'm still drawing inspiration from them.
Yes.
And, you know, and they done these, you know, these tricks, 40 years ago, 50 years ago.
And they're still relevant today.
Exactly.
Very good. Well, should we go into the first single from the album called Love Shine Down? Cool.
Oh, so many questions left me on the floor, feeling desperation. Yeah, I was feeling so lost, looking for an answer. To my prayers, I guess it's always dark before the dawning. World lit up, it's clear to see. I'm so happy, baby. I don't need $1 million, 'cause everything's alright when you let your love shine down on me, baby. Way like all the others, you came and changed my life. When you let your love shine down on me, you made me feel so weightless. Hope I don't float away. My heart has flipped right over. Don't ever let this change, no, no. So many times I watched you when you're sleeping. World lit up, it's clear to see. I'm so happy, baby. I don't need $1 million, 'cause everything's alright when you let your love shine down on me, baby. Way like all the others, you came and changed my life. When you let your love shine down on me, well, let your love shine down on me. Oh, baby, oh, baby, a little bit of loving, baby. But let your love shine down on me. Oh, baby, I just loving, baby. Loving you, baby. Loving you, baby. When you let your love shine down on me. Yeah. Baby, yeah. Let your love shine down on me.
That was amazing. I felt the emotion, you know. I have a question though. $1 million or love, really? Yeah. What is the real answer, Shaun? There's no one else here. Tell me. Well, there's no one else here. If you could choose $1 million,
I love every time, man.
It has to be.
Yeah, every time. Every time, you know. Yeah.
A little bit of money on the side, but
yeah, of course, you've got to have a nice little stash. Do you know what I mean? But you know what they say, the love of money. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
You know, but yeah, every time.
I like that answer. That works. Well, you have actually got a song called Evergreen as well on the album, and you duetted with the wonderful Joss Stone.
Yes,
on
I
that
did.
song. What was that collaboration like?
Oh man, that was wonderful. I mean, I met her the first time we did the Burt Bacharach.
Yes.
The concert down at the Royal Festival Hall.
That's right.
So that was like last year sometime. And we met, I heard her singing. I was like, God, I'd love to do a duet with her. And I thought, you know what? Let me just go in and
I'm Shaun Escoffery. Do you know?
Can you imagine? Oh gosh, do you know who? Oh.
Yes, of course.
Anyway, so I walked in. I was like, listen, it was all kind of side stage. Everyone was really nervous.
Yes.
So it was Lauren Vula, Joss Stone,
Amazing.
Sophie Ellis-Bextor. I mean, Alfie Bowe. There was loads of singers. And, everyone was really nervous going on.
Because Burt Bacharach was in the audience.
Of course, yeah.
And you're singing his songs to him.
Right.
What was that like?
Gosh, I'll tell you. So the first time I met him, I was at the BBC studios, full orchestra, the whole nine. Mm-hmm. So I got there around 10 o'clock in the morning. And the song I was singing was House Is Not Home.
House Is Not Home.
So, you kind of got to warm up and make sure everything is in place. So anyway, so I walked in, he's not there, and I was like, great. Not that I didn't want to meet him.
Yeah, but you want to just get it out first.
Yeah, of course.
I know.
I mean, so, I went in there, sang the song, going through the MD certain notes, and, Bert's very particular and blah, blah. I was like, okay. So I'm carrying singing the song now, and I finish getting all my stuff together. I said, okay, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, wicked. I thought, he's not here. Great, I'll meet him tomorrow. Anyway, so his PA kind of taps me on the shoulder and says, Shaun, Bert's here and he would love to hear you sing the song. I was like, kidding me. But hear the joke though, Yolanda. Right, so the piano's literally there. Bert's sitting here where I'm sitting.
Yes.
And I'm
opposite, yeah.
I couldn't sit in front of him.
Literally eyeball to eyeball.
I had turned my back to the man.
Oh,
I had to because my legs were going like this. Do you know what I mean? All cracking the notes and everything else. But it was.
What did he say after?
He said that was absolutely wonderful, man. I just love the way he just reminds me of such a. It got to me. It really did, and that's another highlight, obviously. But I mean, Burt Bacharach.
No, that's
But yeah.
Oh, that beautiful story. And the thing is, the thing that I love as well, when you get to meet other artists, especially if you're meeting them as an artist.
Yeah.
The graciousness that they have is so important.
Yes.
It can make or break that evening.
Exactly.
Touring with Temptations and the like, it's all, and it seems to be that generation.
Yeah, I know.
They understand what it means to give love.
Yes.
And just inspire and motivate each other.
Right.
And that's what music is all about.
And the thing is, I love it because there's a class about them for a start. And also, they've done their thing. They don't feel intimidated or whatever by anybody. They're just like, listen, just encourage the young ones coming up, man.
Yes.
Because even during the show with the Chaka Khan, when we was doing that show, Mum Wanna Sing, everyone came to see her. So it was Luther Vandross and Prince and Stevie Wonder.
So they're all in the audience seeing you.
And we met them all. And again, there was this kind of graciousness about them all and, very encouraging. And, man, I tell you, for a young guy, that was wicked.
Oh, and something to learn for us as artists, always to give back and,
every time. I mean, that's what it's all
inspire.
about.
That's what it is about.
That's right.
You have this collaboration you've told me with Joss Stone. Is there anybody that, you've finished this album now, next album's on the cards, as soon as it's released everyone says what's happened to the next album? Who do you have in your sights? What's your ideal collaboration moving on?
Gosh, I would love to work with Pharrell. I'd love to work with him. I really would. I just think he's an absolute genius.
Yes.
I love how his mind works and that kind of thing. So I'd love to work with him, definitely.
That's a good one. And I have to ask, growing up, days like this.
Yes.
That was me growing up. Yeah. Do you like to still reminisce about those times and be recognised for that music, or are you all about, I'm the soul singer, this is what I'm doing now? If someone asks you to play that song at a concert, would you still play it?
I still do it.
Yes.
I still do it, definitely. And the thing is, it's when I have 16-year-olds going, I love that tune, days like that. So I was like, yes.
Yeah,
I wrote that tune when you were in nappies, mate, So it is great. And it's a great song, it's a great song, and still to kind of have this longevity about it. It's just, that's what I'm talking about when it comes to making music.
Well, you're going down in history, then that's
good.
I need to ask something outside of music. Martial arts.
Yes.
Now I've heard about this Brazilian jiu-jitsu that you are doing, and brown belt, and
Yes.
a sensei at that.
Yeah.
How did that come about? Why do you find martial arts so important in your life?
I mean, I've always loved combat sports.
Yes.
You know, as growing up, I did a bit of boxing. I did karate, Thai boxing. I mean, that makes me sound like a bit of a thug, but
No.
I love combat sports because
Yes.
it scares me. Do you see what I mean? So it's that thing of, facing an opponent that, who's equally matched and trying to outsmart him or trying to, beat,
Yeah.
And so, but also it's just the kind of the discipline that comes with it. It's that mental kind of fortitude that you need.
Yeah. It's
And
more than fitness.
Yeah, it's more than fitness.
Yeah.
It's, I love the skill of it. I love, being able to do it.
Yes.
I love, the chess game of it.
I was going to say it's like chess.
It's chess.
It's
and
chess.
I love that. I love the physicality of it. But also, like I said, it's the mental fortitude. It's a thing of, what did Nelson Mandela say? Everything seems impossible until it's done. And so, and it always surprised me when I kind of there's a new challenge put in front of me to overcome that challenge.
Yes.
You think, oh, I did it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. And so is there a challenge for your black belt? Are you?
Oh, gosh.
You're pushing?
Yes, I mean the brown belt was one of the most horrendous things I've ever been through in my life. It's almost like a Shark Tank.
Yes.
So it's like different opponents every 3 minutes, and all fresh opponents. You kind in, I came up, my eye was, shoulder was like this, fingers all busted up, and
a true sportsman. You worked hard for it.
Killed me. So the black belt is going to be absolutely horrendous, but. Once you do it, once you achieve that, you know
that you earned it.
Yeah, you can look after yourself and the people you love.
Yeah, people you love. It's so important. It's so important. So as you know, we are in flight right now. Where it's a live session. We're in flight, thousands of miles above the air with British Airways. Where is your best holiday destination?
Oh, it's got to be the Caribbean. About Jamaica,
I agree.
Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago, wherever, just where I can sit down on the beach.
Yes.
And catch nothing. Yeah, definitely.
And I'm going to narrow you down even more. That's too easy. Caribbean is a bit too general. Exactly what island and what part of the island are we going to?
Oh, gosh, I think it's got to be Jamaica and Montego Bay.
Yes. Is that your heritage?
Yes. Both my parents are Jamaican,
fantastic.
So, yeah.
Good place to be.
Without
Fantastic place to be.
Without doubt.
Well, if anybody is on the plane right now on the way to Jamaica, you never know. You might see Shaun there with you.
Just say hi.
Just saying hi. You might say, hi, this is Mufasa. Well, Shaun, listen, it's been absolutely fantastic having you here. I need to have one more song from you, really. Yes. Where are we going to go now? What are we going to have?
We're going to have Give Me Love.
Okay. And what does the song mean to you? What is it about?
Well, basically, it's just about, someone showing you love and affection, and you're just like, nah. I don't want to know. I'm just kind of, it's that kind of story,
That's interesting.
And I think what inspired that song was, I wanted to kind of do like a Smokey Robinson kind of vibe. Yes. That, love is not always a sweet thing. That kind of vibe. So, yeah.
Even though it's sung so sweetly.
Oh, thank you for that.
This is Give Me Love by Shaun Escoffery.
Well, whoa, whoa, whoa. It's been a long, long time since I saw your face. It's been a long and lonely time since I've been in this place. Do you remember when we used to fly so high? So high, so high. Back in the days when summers never seemed to wait. I love those days where you gave me love, but I couldn't deal with it. No, I couldn't deal with that love. Well, you gave me love, but I couldn't deal with it. No, I couldn't deal with that love. So many times I wondered what became of you, but I treated you oh so cruel, 'cause I didn't know what to do. You gave me love, but I couldn't do with it. No, I couldn't do with that love, that sweet, sweet loving, no. But I couldn't do with it. No, I couldn't do with that love. Yeah, yeah. Say, ooh, ooh, ooh. Where? Your sweet, sweet loving, baby. Yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Where? Yeah. Do you remember when we used to fly so high? So high, so high. Back in the days when summers never seemed to wait. I love those days. Yeah. You gave me love, but I couldn't deal with it. No, I couldn't do with that love. Your sweet, sweet loving. But I couldn't deal with it. No, I couldn't deal with that love. Well.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Shaun. That was Shaun Escoffery, and his new album, Evergreen, is out now on Dome Records.